Being diversity to me is not so much how a person looks, it's what you have offered. That's why I chose OT over PT or anything like that. Anytime you wake up, you want to do something new. You want to wake up, you want to teach. You want to wake up, you want to go into PEDS. You want to stay in the SNF set. Anything you want to do, there's so many different diverse ways you can go in.
The profession of occupational therapy.
Well, when I think of diversity, I think of differences and variety. And so when it comes to occupational therapy, I think about the different fields you can go into, like pediatrics, geriatrics, maybe treat in a hospital, treat home health.
So diversity is very important to me, and I think we should all learn more about diversity as practitioners to gain cultural competencies. So when you're working with a very diverse population, I mean there's so many different religions, customs, cultures, languages, disabilities, that the more you can learn about them, the more frame of reference you'll have when you're actually working with your clients, which I think is the ethical thing to do, and I find it interesting. So.
Males versus females, and patients respond to those people in different ways, and I think it's definitely a positive to have as much diversity as we can in our field.
Great.
Therapist. I mean, there are times I tend to be, I don't even know, I have to be careful what word I call myself. I like discipline, I like order, and I tend to kind of put my foot down sometimes. But then you have some therapists, and everybody, I mean, every personality is needed. You have some that are sweet and caring. Oh my goodness, that's awesome, okay? Sometimes you need that sweet, caring voice. Sometimes you need a little sterner. Sometimes you need James, okay? So, I mean, it's nice to have the different personalities and diversity. People from different backgrounds that have different experiences that offer different solutions to issues.
I do feel like we have more men than in the past. I mean, not a lot, but of those men, I do feel like there are more working in pediatrics.
When you talk about diversity as far as the OT profession goes, typical applicants to the programs out in the community, most OTs are white females.
The practitioners, I think that's a little less diverse and still is not quite as diverse. Generally, it's more women, right? Generally Caucasian and brunettes. I don't know what's up with that.
There's 5 other female therapists that I work with, and I get picked on. I mean, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No.
Well, we have 48 students and 5 are male, so obviously the rest would be female. And I'm a mixed ethnicity, but we also have a couple others that are different ethnicities than white, but we're dominantly more Caucasian based, whether it's the males or the females. So our group is not as diverse as you would think.
And I understand that there's quite a few more males in the current UCA class than there has been in the past. So. I think a lot of people don't understand what we do as far as occupational therapists. Most of the time I get asked if I find people jobs, occupation.
Yeah, well, my sister's OT, and I didn't have any idea what OT was. I just assumed that, it had something to do with workers' comp or helping people work and get a job. Same stuff everyone says anyway. So.
I think we need to market more for ourselves. James was talking about earlier, because people don't know what OT is. And I've been out of school I graduated in '91 officially, but I don't know that it's any more widely known now than it was then. And we were talking the other day about how y'all heard about OT, and it tends to be something that you just kind of accidentally fall upon. And we need to do a better job at not making it accidental. We need people to know what OT is instead of it just being
Somebody what lymphedema is, but show those people what we do by our actions, getting out and volunteering, and really spreading the word of what OT is and what we can do.
Let me go ahead by saying that this is not an affirmative action bill. I'm not advocating that we need to just throwing a bunch of people that, they're not qualified. I think as OTs, what we can do is more like spread the gospel of OT, because I didn't know what OT, everyone knows PT. Those are big kids on the block. But we got to advocate for ourselves, because
Amen.
I'm going to be honest with you, it's a shame when kids grow up and they know what speech does, or PT, and they have no idea about OT.
I've seen a rise in different ethnicities. I get to spend a lot of time with you guys, UCA students. I get to speak to you guys, and it seems like every year there's a little bit more diversity. There's more males, there's more ethnicities in the classes. I think there's a rise in the minority population of getting into OT school and going through and becoming occupational therapists. It's really nice to see. It's a breath of fresh air.
Oh my goodness, you don't know unless you try, and you don't know what's out there unless you ask for it.
Yeah.
So.
And just like you said, I was over 35. I had a disability. I was a minority. I mean, I never worked in a hospital before I became. So there's no reason for you let's just stop making, and I'm not saying excuses, but let's look at it, Just about anything you can think of, I probably had that obstacle in my way.
So our question is, have we met the Centennial vision as far as diversity is concerned? We believe we are heading in the right direction, but we still have improvements to make. While we have expanded the scope of our practice, diversity in the workforce is still insufficient. The population of therapists continues to be primarily Caucasian women. However, there is a slow increase in the number of men and other ethnicities. As advocates of occupational therapy, it is important to carry the Centennial Vision's goal for a diverse workforce over into the next century of practice.